In this video, I showed how to do some pretty good bridging methods that you might not know how to do and could really help you with your PvP for getting over to bases and stuff in Bedwars. This tips and tutorials is not only for nether games, but this could also be used on servers like the Hive, Viperlands, and other servers. But hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in the video. Alright, so I'm gonna first start with jump bridging. By now, most of you should know how to jump bridge, but basically, jump bridging is the method where if you see people like bridging across the map super fast, that's basically what they're doing. So jump bridging is basically just god bridging, but in Bedrock edition, like this, as you see on screen right now. But it's not the easiest bridging method. It's pretty easy, but you can only do this on PC and controller, so it's not good for, well, yeah, it's obviously not good for mobile players, but it's a fast bridging method to get around the map quick, and it's not that hard to do, and also lots of people have videos on how to make that, so I'll probably link one of those in the description like I will with every bridging method, but let's get into the next one. Okay, so next, I would say this is a bridging method if you can't do jump bridging. It's a little bit of an easier version of it. It's called the safe bridge. So basically, the safe bridge is a bridge where you can, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's basically like jump bridging, but you don't, oh, I failed it right there. But you basically do this so you don't aim your crosshair straight down, you aim it a bit ahead. And you can jump while doing this. If you jump while doing it, it's called MJ bridging, which is the next bridge, but I would say safe bridging is a pretty solid bridging method. But there's also a faster version of it. But this is a good option if you aren't able to do other bridges. This is good if you can't do lots of bridges, because lots of people can't do jump bridges or things like the MJ bridge I'm going to show in a second. So I would say this is a really good bridging method. But the next one is MJ bridge, which I was showing before. It's basically a safe bridge, but you jump while doing it, and you have to move your crosshair up and down to make sure that you don't fall off. Because if I just do it I fall off, which I'm gonna have another tutorial probably for that linked down below. But I would say it's basically an upgraded version of slow bridging. So if you're slow bridging, I would recommend learning how to do MJ bridging. It's a little bit harder to learn, but it's really good, so I'd recommend it. Alright, so for the next bridge, I'm going to show off the Ben Miller bridge, which is also known as different bridges. But if you're another games player, known as Ben Miller bridge, basically. Or, I don't know, people call it the Christ bridge sometimes because they didn't know Ben Miller did it first. Which Christ can't find a scaffold, so that's a thing. But for this bridging method, I can't do it more than 10 blocks. I think my record's 15 blocks. Well, yeah, it's more than 10, but I'm not that good at it. I don't personally do it on other games, but I'd recommend learning it, or I have a better option than it. I'm just gonna call it the Ben Miller bridge still, or shift Ben Miller bridge or something, because basically for a Ben Miller bridge, you go like this. You're flicking your mouse and building like that. That was actually a pretty good one. But that's 4 blocks, but you do that, but you shift every time that you place a block, and then you can get going pretty fast still if you shift fast, and it's still kind of like the same type of bridging method. It's actually really fast, and you're shifting, and it's really easy. As you can see that, I just did that amount right there would be from a base to base on Indian, which I'm on Indian right now, as you can see, with one base though, so. But it's pretty OP. I would recommend this bridging method, especially the shifting version. I would say the non-shifting one's way better if you can do it, which I can't. I can, yeah, I'm trash at it right now. But that's why I recommend the shifting one. If you can't do it, then it's so much easier. And just go in Creative World and practice it before you use it on other games. You can go really far distances and just shift in between them. And that bridge also you can't do on mobile. Well, you kind of probably can, but it's hard. But let's get into the next bridge. Okay, the next bridge I'm going to show off is the Spinier bridge, which is my name. Okay, I don't want to take credit for this bridge, really, but I think I'm the first one to do it. But if someone did this before me, this bridging method, then they can have all the credit. I just have never seen anyone else do this. I say that a lot, but I've never seen anyone else do it before me. But basically what it is, it's a combination of, it's like a safe bridge, but you can build up at the same time. This is kind of more a tutorial for this one, but it's still not really. You want to aim your crosshair like on the edge of the block, how you would line up a safe bridge from earlier, and then you just want to like start safe bridging, and then about every, I would say, 4 blocks placed. So 4 blocks, after you bridge 4 blocks, you want to click your mouse again after 4 blocks, like this. You want to click your mouse every 4 blocks when your crosshair's on the 4th block of that level, and you want to jump when you hit the edge. Or you can just turn on auto jump for this bridge, but I just jump when I'm at the edge of every. This bridge is pretty OP if you want to get up high, but not super fast. But if you want to get up high faster, this next bridging method is for you. So most people, if someone stacks up in the game, you might go like just start piling like this and try to get up to them, but then they can jump onto you easily, which you can prevent that easily by doing it further to the side. But what I like to do, there probably is a name for this bridging method, but I just call it the up bridging, or like staircase bridging. I don't know what to call it, so I'm just calling it that. But you basically want to make a staircase like this. I don't know if there's a tutorial on how to do this. I kind of started doing it myself, because I just started flicking my mouse like an MJ bridge, which is pretty easy. But you basically build a staircase really fast, so it's kind of like doing this. But basically, you're doing it like way faster by moving your thing up and down so you can place in the right spots. It's kind of hard to explain, and probably this isn't a really good example, or a tutorial, I mean, on it. Which this video isn't really meant to be a tutorial, so it doesn't matter, but this is a really good bridging method, and I'd recommend everyone to learn it if they need to get up high in a Bed Wars game, and especially for ranked Bed Wars, because at the start you have to go really high. You can just start doing one of these, and then it's really easy. Which you see, as you can see, I'm literally almost at world height, probably. Well, actually, I'm like 50 blocks away, but whatever. And then also, this is kind of not part of the tutorial, but if you get a ladder, this is, most ranked Bed Wars players need to know this, but if you're trying to climb up one of these, if you have ladders, place it every 2 blocks while you're climbing it, and you'll literally shoot up it so fast. It makes you climb it way fast when you're jumping off the ladder. This isn't really a bridging thing, but it's just a really good tip that I would recommend if you see one of these bridges somewhere. So that kind of goes with that one. And okay, so I'm kind of done all of the really good bridges, because there's not that many that I'd actually recommend, because lots of good bridges are better, some are better than other ones. It's kind of like how an MJ bridge is better than a safe bridge. It's kind of like that, but then with those, it's kind of different because you can use them in different ways. But some bridges are way better than others, so that's why I'm not showing off maybe one of your favorite bridging methods. Let's get into the next one. Okay, so I literally think this section isn't the best section, but this section is for the bridges that aren't insanely good, but you could also use in a Bed Wars game, and they could be really helpful. But they're not insanely good. But so for this section, one of the bridges is for PC only, and then one of them's for both, and one of them's mobile. So first, with the best bridge out of all these, or I wouldn't say best, but only PC can do this one, it's the Christ bridge, which is kind of a joke, the name, because Christ said it didn't matter if it was called that, but what you do is and also RK stole this video from Christ, and that happened, and he didn't credit him. But this bridge is pretty good. I don't really want to show you how to do it, but because it's hard to explain. If you want to learn how to do it, watch Christ's video that I'll link in the description. But you want to basically like unshift while you go, and it's kind of a mechanic it's a mechanic that's only PC and controller. But you basically, like, I can't really explain it, but you bridge down like this. This is how it should look like if you master it. Or, I mean, not if you master the way I do it, to make it like a staircase. And then obviously you can get up like this from it if you have ladders. And it's really good for people camping down in the void. That's basically what Chris did it for. And I could 100% recommend that bridge if there's someone camping under the map, or you need to get low on the bedrock map from up high, and you don't have like ladder clutch or something. Okay, so I would say these next two bridges, if you're on PC, I would not recommend these bridges. They're mostly for mobile. So the first one is just a kind of fast bridge. I don't know what to name this. It's kind of like a speed bridge for mobile. It's like jump bridge for mobile, but you don't jump. What you want to do is you want to line up like this. So, like on the edge of a thing, obviously, and then you just want to spam blocks as fast as you can, but not too fast that they end up going up here. So you just have to angle your crosshair right so they don't do that. And obviously, if it is aimed wrong, just don't click too fast. I don't even know, like, it's hard to... It actually, if you click as fast as you can, you get one in your face, unless if you literally wind it up wrong. But you just spam blocks while walking. I do this sometimes, just when I need to go, like, 5 blocks or so to place a TNT above someone's base. Because then I can just, like, literally... Okay, I had to let it there because we're not in Bedwars, but just do that, and then it works pretty well, actually. That's the only reason I ever use this bridging method is to bridge about, like, 5 blocks, place a TNT above someone's base, and that's it. And hopefully those don't blow up the world. It doesn't really matter if they do, but... Those are all the bridging methods that work on PC and controller, but... I obviously can't show this off because I'm on a PC, so I can't show it off. But I'll have a video linked in the description, like all these bridges. And you want to go in third person. You basically go in third person like this on mobile, which you have to go in your... If you don't know how to, you just go to settings, video, video, and then change this for third person back. And then on computer you have hot window, which is very nice. You basically go in third person, and then I'll have a thing on screen where these 2 red circles on screen are. You want to like spam your fingers, kind of like a butterfly click, if you guys know how to do that if you're on mobile. But you just want to spam those 2 spots, and then just keep spamming those spots and walk backwards at the same time, and you can literally place blocks like that. It's basically scaffold. It looks like, if you see someone doing that in the game, you might think they're scaffolding, but they're actually not. And I don't think anyone does that bridging method anymore. It used to be, like, when you first could do it, lots of people would do it on nether games. But now you don't really see people do it that often. I haven't in, like, a couple months. But I guess that's it for bridging methods. Sorry if this video wasn't that helpful, but this is just kind of a beginner's guide to bridging, and also maybe if you're a bit better, it had a few bridging methods in there that might help you. But that's the end of the video, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.